Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So today I'm out at an old piece of history here in Port Maitland, Ontario, and this is the remnants of the feeder canal. And the feeder canal once fed water over to Welland for the purposes of providing water to the First Welland Canal. So this is quite different than the locks that you find in the Welland Canal, actually. There seems to be more fittings and things. So the feeder canal is a 40-kilometer channel that brought water from the Grand River all the way over to Welland for the First Welland Canal. So they needed a source of water that was much higher than the Welland River. And the Grand River, as it turned out, is about 5 meters higher. So they brought the water from here. And it brings it in from the Grand River and then sets out overland. And there's a feeder canal here that just kind of runs in a straight line and goes forever. So this kind of construction is really reminiscent of what you see on the Third Welland Canal. Big stone blocks laid in place. And a lot of the fixtures are very similar. Although I've never seen something like that. That looks like the hinge point for a gate. So the gate would sit in that gate pocket there. But I've never seen one that looks quite like this, with these two bands of steel here. Kind of cool. So it looks like they had, I don't know why they had this particular lock here. I guess at one point there was an imbalance between the level of the feeder canal and the Grand River on this side. So I guess this lock here would have taken care of that, any height difference. So this actually ended up going through multiple revisions. So the feeder canal was originally dug in 1829 and ran almost 40 kilometers into Welland, if you can imagine. So that's quite the feat of the day, to dig a straight canal that distance. But it was enlarged in 1840 to allow boat traffic to come up through this canal and come up into Lake Erie, because I think at the time they were doing some work on the canal in Port Colborne, so they needed to use this as an alternate route. Well, around 1881, the Third Welland Canal was built, and the main channel was lowered, and the water for the Third Welland Canal then came from Lake Erie, and as a consequence the feeder canal was no longer needed, really. And apparently boats stopped using the feeder canal in and around 1908. So it's kind of cool.